Hey guys, it's JD, Midtennfishing here. Excited to bring you guys a float trip. We're going to be going down the Harpeth River here outside of Franklin, Tennessee. This is my FS12T. This is a fishing kayak. It's sit on top. You can check these out there at Bass Pro. Very common, very entry level for a sit on top. It's got a sit on top seat. It's really comfortable. But we're going to be bringing you some footage today, showing you some things, and hopefully we can catch some big ones. Hey guys, one of the things when you're out on a kayak, out in the boat, is you want to make sure that you take your PDF, make sure you have flotation with you. You never know, even though it's shallow water, you can get pinned. These things are a lifesaver, literally. So make sure you always have one of these with you when you go out. All right, let's get this thing started, guys. So I'm just fishing with a simple jig head. I got a trailer on here. Make sure you get it trimmed right. But this keeps me from getting caught up as much in some of the stuff that you find in these rivers. But definitely can tell when you get a fish loaded up on this. It's a lot of fun. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Oh my gosh, it's a slobber. Dude, this thing is this is the biggest smallie. The biggest one I've seen. This thing is a toad. Oh my gosh. Don't come off, don't come off. Are you guys seeing this? Guys, this is a PB right here, man. This is the biggest smallmouth. I cannot believe this. On a jig, one of those things that he struck it and I knew he had it. And dude, it just went straight flat. Guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about tackle. Some of the things that make you successful when you're out on a kayak is kind of know what kind of body of water in. You can see here the banks are really muddy. You get a lot of crayfish that get up in here. And so what you want to do is you'll be able to fish a creature bait. Anything that imitates a crawdad, you'll have a lot of success. Obviously vary your colors a little bit, but you can just pitch it up there on the bank and kind of slowly work it off. And if they're there, man, they hit that thing, and it's a lot of fun fighting these smallmouth, definitely. Hey guys, I want to talk about my setup a little bit. Today, for the most part, I've been fishing with a little bit of spinning tackle, but for the most part, I've been sticking with this. This is a tournament series 7-foot rod, Gainer Mountain. This is a medium action. I got 40-pound furline braid on here, and just really works well when you're pitching and stuff, especially when you got a lot of cover and trees and you're fishing banks with trees and roots. Having a good line on there is really good, especially when you're using a jig, something like this. I got a let's see, what's the ratio on this? 6:4 to 1. Black Max, Abucasera Black Max on here. This is a beginner reel. This is my first bait caster, actually. I'm learning how to use this thing. So to those of you who are just like, man, I just can't do it. I get these bird's nests all the time, that kind of stuff. I challenge you, stick with it. Practice. Make sure you have the thing tuned and dialed in. You can't just throw something on there and just whack it out there. You have to adjust it. Make sure you have it dialed in. And like anything, practice is going to make perfect. So practice as much as you can, even when you're not out in the water, in the driveway. Start practice pitching at a jug, pitching at some stationary object. Kind of get that feel down for it, so that when you come out here on the water, you can make the most of your day. So that's my setup, guys. I really have a lot of success with a tube. And I can do a separate video on this later, but a lot of success on a small bait like this in a river. You're going to catch some of those red eye, you'll catch smallmouth, you catch largemouth. This is something you can flip this underneath really, really easily. It's good to skip. Or you can go, when you have a lot of current, sometimes you're fishing the current, you can go with a weighted hook and then just kind of Texas rig on there, and using another, like a beaver tail, something like that. You can pitch that out in the current, kind of let it go down, and these smallmouth, especially in areas like this, will be nose upstream, and they can come and just hit this, and it's a lot of fun catching them. So that's just a couple things I fish with. Got any questions, leave some comments, and do us a favor, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and just hit that subscribe button for us.